Hi, welcome back to Sherry's Crocheted Happiness. Happy 2022. I'm going to start off this year by doing another temperature blanket. I had such a great response with my first one way back in 2019 that I thought I would try another one, see if I can make it a little smaller so that it's not 12 feet long. The last one I made was a great lesson. It was really fun to do. It is on my couch in my front room, and it is my son's favorite blanket to lay with out there. So it didn't go to waste, and it is used, but I would like something that's a little smaller. So this year I'm going to try and do something that is a granny square style, so that each day of the month is just a different line on my square. So I hope that you check in and see how the blanket is going. I'm going to try this year to maybe do it once a week, and I'm going to try to keep my square going each day, and then on the last day of the week, maybe Sundays, maybe I'll check in and show you the progress and show you how the blanket's going and what I'm discovering with my this new style and how it's working. Alright, so before you start with your temperature blanket, I know we're the first day of the year. You can start your temperature blanket whenever you want. With the ability to go online and check the temperatures, you could even do one from when the year you were born or the year your kids were born, and have them have a nice blanket that would represent the temperatures of that year. So what you need is you need to start with whatever colors you're going to use for your yarn. Make sure that you have enough of each color to get you through 365 days. For instance, I have this color of maroon for my temperatures 100 to 110. I do mine in 10 increments of degree, because I want to have more variation, more color in my blanket. And I mean, you can do it however you want. If you only want to do 20 degree increments, then you can do it that way. This is just the way I'm doing it because I want more color in there. So 100 to 110, I really don't think we're going to have a ton of days like that. So I'm going to get something that I don't necessarily need to have 5 skeins of it. A temperature that is something that you're going to range in more often than not. I'm going to have a big skein of this, or the ability to get more of it. That is the big thing with this blanket, is to make sure that you have enough color or the ability to pick up more of a color that you may use a lot of. Okay, so I talked about the ability to go back and check the weather temperature from any time frame in years, and this was my log from 2019. Even though I crocheted every day, or I tried to crochet every day, there was weeks where I wasn't able to because we were so busy. But every single day, whether I crocheted the day or not, I wrote down the temperature. You can see I kept lines of where I stopped, if I just kept track of them, and where I kept going. Already, the temperature today, the high today was 18. 2019, our temperature high was 39. So we already were colder, and I'm going to be able to start in a colder number than I did 3 years ago. That's the fun of this temperature blanket too, is that it's your project. You can do it however you want. You could even do it as long as you want. If you get in 6 months in and you're like, this is such a commitment, I don't want to continue it anymore, stop at your 6 months. You get to a month, you have something that's the size of a pot holder, that's your project. You keep it as long as you want. You make it as long as you want. This is a long commitment. It's 365 days of crocheting, but it is quite doable. This time of year, there's lots of people looking to find information about a crochet blanket, so I'm going to tell you it is a commitment, but you can do it. All right, so the other thing is that you want to write down, have some kind of log. This is my log I started today of my colors, and I was trying to decide, did I want to do it in 10 degrees or did I want to do it in 20 degrees? And you can see in 10 degrees I have far more colors than in the 20 degrees, which we've already talked about. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is to decide on your crochet hook. I prefer a G hook usually when I'm crocheting, just because for my gauge this is the one that I prefer. You can do it in any size you want. If you crochet big and you need a smaller hook, by all means get a smaller hook. If you crochet small and you want a bigger hook, get a bigger hook. This is your project. Alright, so for today, the color, because it was our high today was 17, I'm going to go in between my 10 and 20 degree increment, and today is blue. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my blue, and you're just going to do your slip stitch. You can hear my son's dog barking outside. All right, so I am going to crochet 2, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to, that's the other thing too, you can decide, do you want to do it in single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, triple crochet? I mean, it's, the idea of stitches is up to you. I think maybe I'll do mine in half double crochet. How about that? Okay, so yarn over, go through my beginning stitches, and then yarn over. I'm probably going to do this. This is going to be my beginning stitches, the base of my granny square, basically. So I don't think I'm going to do it so that I have spaces in there. I think I'm going to do it crochet so that I have a straight line, and then in my corner I may have 2 half double crochets, a chain of 1, and 2 half double crochets to give me my corner. Okay, so while doing that, I need to take into consideration when I'm making this beginning square of my crochet blanket. So I've got 2. I'm going to pull 2 of those out. I'm going to do a single crochet, and then I'm going to do 2, and then a single, and then 2 more, and then a single, and then I'm going to join into the top of my first stitch. Okay, so this is going to give me my first day of 2022, and tomorrow I'm going to crochet maybe these first beginning ones, just because it would be kind of small to do just the beginning. Maybe I will just continue this around, and then when I get it a little bigger, then I will go each day around. It's a work in progress, so we'll see how this goes. It's not uncommon to have to pull something out and start over, so hopefully I don't have to do that, and we'll see how this goes. I hope that you get started on your 2022 crochet temperature blanket. If you have any questions, I'm available to answer those if I can. So until next time, happy crocheting, happy 2022. Let's make it a great year. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe and check out future blogs for how my blanket's going.